Hey, Barb, one question before we kind of start the organised conversation. Is mana one of the electorates that's disappearing? I think it's so just before we do the kind of official talk, there's word that the Wellington region is losing an electorate and mana is the one to go. What does that mean for you, for Labor and for the list, those kind of three things together?
Yeah, so technically three electorates, which is currently Otaki, Mana and Ohariu are gone, and they merge into two new electorates, which will be called Kinapiru towards the south and then Kapiti towards the north. Effectively, it's from Otaki all the way down to Paremata, which is part of Porirua,
Yep.
and then it effectively picks up from sort of Papakowhai, covers all of Aotea, and then heads south, east and west Porirua, and heads south down to Johnsonville. So it's a really big change. And, for like the likes of Greg O'Connor and myself, we're both electorate MPs for Ohariu and for Mana respectively. It's huge. Like, we were both quite sad about it because
Yep.
you get to know your villages and you get to know your people and you get to know your electorate. What that means, though, for Labor is Greg and I have both said we're not going to compete against each other for the seat selection. So we're good friends and we're very respectful, and that the right person needs to stand for the right seat. The submissions actually closed today to the public for the Electoral Commission to have your say about where those boundaries go. Yep. And then technically by August, we should have the new electorate boundaries for the area down here in Wellington. And then Labor will go through its selection process to selecting the right candidate for both Kapiti, to run in Kapiti, which also includes, we've got an Otaki LEC as well, but Kapiti and for Kinapiru. So the big change, if you're from down
Wellington,
where we are.
Because there's still Hutt Valley, there's still Wellington Central with the Greens. Those are all untouched. It's just a bit further north that's getting moving around.
So Hutt South has a little bit of a change. They pick up the Newlands area, so over the hill a little bit from them. So Hutt South extends to there. And the reason why basically they had to get rid of an electorate is because there's been a depopulation of Ohariu, Wellington Central and Rongotai. So obviously, logistically, you start from the bottom of the North Island and you work your way up, and that's how they've gone with the numbers and, trying to work out the boundary the best way possible.
Chewie's not here, so I can do the tangents, I guess. I've always had this belief, or thought's better than belief. I used to do talkback and you'd constantly get callers phoning in going, right, we only need 99 MPs. We should go back to 99 MPs. But if you have a look per capita, we've actually right now got fewer MPs than we've ever had per capita. And if we were going to have the same number of MPs to today's population, which we had when there was 99, it would be like 145 MPs. Do you think that there's enough MPs in New Zealand per capita, or do we need more, or is it about right? Do you have a personal position on that, or is there a Labor position on that?
Bro, you're asking the wrong person. You need to ask the public that, you know what I mean? Like, the public clearly has a view around the number of seats in Parliament, and in either way, if we're going to say, well, we want to increase it so it's a bit more fairer in the sense of where population growth is, etc., then you really need to go out to the public with that sort of proposal, because it's quite a big step, right? But then you look at, for example, the Wellington region, we have something like close to 80 elected representatives across councils, 6 different councils, yet for a population of around 450. So there is some disproportion, but to have that sort of proposal, you need to go to the rest of the country and see what they think about it. Otherwise, we're dealing with what we've got, which is 120 up to 122 seats. I mean, the other element which I didn't speak about is that the South Island has to have 16 seats. So that also means that why the North Island was definitely going to lose a seat, given the growth.
Yeah. All right. I mean, that was very politically answered. Well done for staying on the fence and not actually sharing anything with their Barb. Well done. Fantastic.
Hey, man, I'm a servant of the people.